Hey, good morning, guys. I want to do an outside video in the natural light of this Lincoln. This is a car I'm putting up for sale on Bring a Trailer. It's a 7-day online auction, and you'll see this video on YouTube before it hits the auction. So there's, I don't have a specific price because it's going to be auctioned off. So the bid starts at 0, and then you can bid for 7 days, and the high bidder will typically win the bid. So I'm doing this video to go over the paint in particular. So the car is mostly original paint. This front fender, according to the previous owner, has been repainted. It's a pretty good match. There's no huge variance in the color, but we do have paint correction on these cars, a 5-stage paint correction. And I just wanted to kind of go over this. The paint shines incredibly nice, and I can't get this. It's not flawless. There are some imperfections. There's some touch-ups that I did on the car that if you look at the pictures that I go over, that you can see were touched up with the factory color paint. But the main thing is, and you really can't see it unless you get close, but it's there, and I got to disclose it. There is some checking in the paint, and I'm looking at it now on the outside light. And it's really not detectable. And I mean, certain lighting you can see it better than others. So like right now, it's outside. The paint looks great, but there's like little tiny like checking, or they call it crow's feet or whatever. Again, barely notice. I mean, not noticeable at all, a few feet back. But when you do a paint correction, you're all over the car, you're all over the paint, you can see things that you don't typically see right off the bat. So the hood is really very acceptable. The sides look great. Like there's some spots that we touched up, a scratch here or there that didn't buff out, a rock chip. Now the trunk, you can see in the trunk more so than on the hood. There's these little crow feet and like a few lines, like where there's like a scratch of some sort. But standing back, it's nearly invisible. I mean, you really don't see it. Okay. But again, it is there. It depends on the lighting too. The brighter it is, the more visible they are. But I just want to make sure you know what you're getting. I mean, the paint stands tall. And I don't know if you can see it in the video. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. But there's like some lines right here, some lines right there, and then what I call just checking or crow feet. And you can kind of see them here, I think. At least I can see them. I don't have again through the video yet. But anyway, if you're standing like here, the car looks amazing. The paint looks incredible. Completely shiny. Couple things I'm going to get done, and I'll do new videos. The last Lincoln that I had did the same exact thing. This bumper filler I'm going to redo. They just have some little stress cracks, and it's faded. I could buff it and make it look better, but I want to make it as shiny as the rest of the car. So I'll do a new video once that's done. And on the side here, you got the typical. There's a couple little spots here. Very minimal. Like I said, this car was owned by the first owner for 20-something years, and 24 years, I think, by the second owner. Then I bought it from another dealer that bought it from the original owner. So we're gonna redo this. You got a spot here and 2 little spots there. Very minimal. That speaks to how rust-free the car is. There's no rust bubbles or giant rust anywhere, and the other side's perfect. And there's nothing. It's just straight and smooth. And that's very typical of these cars. So, like I said, again, you can see here there's some scratches I couldn't get out. It's like in the paint itself. Again, it's so hard to see. You can see this one pretty good. So, standing back though, it's not, as I said, visible. And I want you guys to get a good idea of what the color really looks like outside, because inside it looks a lot darker than it appears. All the chrome and the bright work look good. There's one piece of molding on the side I'll show you that's got a little bit of a ripple in it. I've got a brand new piece to go on. It's got somebody open the door. You can see here in this back, this will be replaced. When I get that bumper filler painted, I'm gonna have them replace this. There's a little indentation here, but I got a brand spanking new one in the trunk for the car. But just a very attractive color, a 43,000 mile car, original miles on the car. Just a beautiful car. And like I said, the paint is immaculately, I mean, it's super shiny. Like I said, I went around it and made it look the best I could. It doesn't need to be painted, but it is not free from any flaws. So there are some flaws in it. The headlight buckets, as I call them, have the typical rock chips that's been touched up. If you drive these cars, you're just going to get that. That's just part of it because it's so flat. And then I'll give you a quick shot of the interior so you can kind of see the colors. I mean, the interior is spotless. That's the highlight of the car as far as it being really clean and impeccable. I just love this color combination. It's a beautiful car with the white top and the opera windows. And so look at that, check it out. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car. All the carpets are clean. It smells good and fresh inside. No cracks in the dash. Original factory CB, which does work. Might not be a lot of people to talk to out there, but it does work. So check it out. If any questions, once it hits Bring a Trailer, put them in the comment section and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Go around one more time. I may not have to do a complete walk around video after I've done this one. I just really want to just talk about the paint, but as you can see, the car is all there. Tires are good, wheels are in great shape. And like I said, I was very, very impressed with the way I got the car to come out as far as the paint and the shine. But I just like to disclose everything, guys, so you know. So if you get it, and you may not even notice it, you might have to really stare at this car to see what I'm talking about. But if I see it, my business model is if I know about it, you're gonna know about it. So there's the car, check it out, bid all you can. Shouldn't be a whole lot of money for a really nice low mile collector car. These Lincolns are starting to come up in value, so it's a good investment, something you can drive and enjoy. So good luck bidding, guys.